And I got a message for apologists. We just some thugs with some scholarship. God damn it.
There we go. I forgot about that bar. I forgot about that bar. God. These scriptures, man. We gonna see. I mean,
Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. You know, that I came out there that pushing this truth with nothing but sincerity, and salutations to the hopeful elect out there that's scattered around the earth, starting off with the tribe of Judah all the way down to Issachar. So as you can see there, man, Sakari, you know what I mean? And Alizar, whatever, I don't even care about his name, though, but anyways, he said, we're a bunch of thugs with scholars. Bunch of thugs with scholars. You know, and, you know, I mean, I was, the reason why I was still watching that video was because that guy, Sam, I don't know, he's like an acquaintance with Vocab Malone. And that guy, Sam, said to a Muslim, he told him, you know, I'm gonna piss on your mom, and talking shit to, a guy from out there, right? So I was like, what the hell? And then I seen it, right? So I clicked it though, and sure enough, that guy Sam did say that though, you know? He's the older guy, bald headed, always looks tired and shit. He said that shit too, you know? And that's why the reason why I clicked in though. And, and I don't really listen to Sakari like that, you know? No reason for me to listen to him and shit. But this topic, sparked my interest like that. So then I started watching. And then afterwards, a little after though, but these guys are, let me tell you one thing about these guys, man. They're worldly, man. They don't even bring about precepts, man. They don't even bring out anything. They just talk more than they bring out precepts. That's why they're a joke, man. They're really a fucking joke, man. They're all about what that guy said. We're just a bunch of thugs with scholars, which scholars mean student. And then thug. So goes back to the let's go to it. So Thugi said Thugi refers to the acts of the thugs who were organized gangs of professional robbers and murderers. And the English word thug traces its root to the Hindu, which means swindler or deceiver. So this guy pretty much called himself a swindler and deceiver. Thugs. They used to rob people and shit, man. Cause let's look a little bit about the information of them. And how you gonna call yourself a thug though? Cause I remember me and the brother, I'm wanting to, this before I came into the truth, when I remember I would text though, and I text, I said, every time I said a text message, I ended it with G, and with G, stands for, means it's gangster, but we'd be like, oh yeah, G, or what up, G, and shit like that. But that was just foolish talk though, you know what I'm saying though? And I remember you told me as, hey, don't be calling me that, you know what I mean? I don't like that. But he said it in ways where I didn't take it offensive, I was like, all right, I was like, okay. But, not coming into the truth though, it all makes sense of his reaction though, because that's true. Don't call me a G. I ain't no motherfucking G. I got offended now if you call me that though, you know what I mean? Back then, I didn't praise it though like that. G was just something like someone calling you bro or homie or some shit like that, But, to be called a gangster, man, that's on the left-hand side, you know what I mean? So therefore, I wouldn't want no one to call me that shit or G, even if it's just a letter. I know what that resembles, So, so this guy, man, Elazar or whatever, he says, he referred himself as a thug with a scholar. It's like saying, yeah, I'm. It's like saying, it's like someone that goes to church every Sunday, right? But he gets out and he does wiggly shit though, and he goes to church every Sunday, right? And thinks they're all good. Who are you gonna try to fool? You're gonna try to fool the Most High? Come on now. You're taking this title like it's nothing. You know what I mean? So it says, Thuggy refers to the acts of the thugs who are organized gangs of professional robbers and murderers. So you pretty much call yourself a robber and murderer. The English word thug traces its root to the Hindu, which, I already read that. This term describing the murder and robbery of travelers was popular in northern parts of India. So these guys used to be vultures, man. Pretty much. These guys used to rob people, man. Straight thug shit. I mean, that's what thugs do right here in America too, man. These thugs mug you and, do all kinds of shit though, And a thug and the gangster ain't no difference though. A thug is, you would hear more, that was like more of a New York thing, East Coast thing. But in the West Coast, over here was G, gangster. But it was no difference in shit, man, because these guys were always on the left-hand side, though. You know what I mean, though? So these guys, well, this guy that comes out a thug with a scholar is like saying I'm a felon with the education. That shit don't make no sense, I mean, a felon with education, that shit don't sound right, So I want to get some precepts though, because this guy, clearly is going off though, by saying that shit though. So get Micah 3:1, and it says, "And I said, Here, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and you princes of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them and their flesh from off their bones?" And people go off. "Who also eat the flesh of my people and flay their skin from off them, and they break their bones and chop them in pieces as for the pot as flesh within the cauldron." And it says, "For then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they behave themselves ill in their doings." You see what I'm saying, though? So the Most High, man, judgment comes, though. Most High is going to hide the face. And then people that, that even following this dude, though, Sakari, they're going to fucking, going to get the judgment too, though. You know what I mean, though? So that's what I'm saying. It says, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck. So this guy, man, that's number 2, man. Verse 2 goes directly to that guy, man, because how are you going to call yourself a thug, though, man? That shit don't make no sense, though. You're going to call yourself a fucking thug? That shit pisses me off for you. You know what I mean? For you to call yourself that. But like I said, everything's getting recorded, man. And the Most High don't play, man, with that, You could tell dudes, these Sakari people, I told the Octo, they're just a bunch of niggas with, they're just a bunch of niggas with fringes, you know what I mean? That's what they are. Bunch of niggas with fringes, and that's it, though. So I'm going to get another precept. This is Isaiah 9:15. "The ancient and honorable, he is the head, and the prophet that teacheth lies, he is the tail. For the leaders of this people cause him to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed." See what I'm saying? So he is a tail, because he teaches lies, though, man. All because him saying that shit, saying, "Oh, I'm a thug with the scholar." Guess what? The people that follow him are gonna be like, "Oh, I want to be a thug too, an educated gangster." Pretty much, in other words, right? I want to be an educated gangster. So what are they gonna do? They want to be a smart gangster, like I said, a felon with a degree. See, that's the type of vibration that is going off, though, man. That's what it says 16. "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed." So yeah, you guys are going to be destroyed if you keep following these fucking dudes, though. You know what I mean? Because it's also that deacon guy. You know what I mean? This guy, it's worldly, though, man. And like I said, I was listening to a little bit of that video, and they didn't even hit him precepts, though, man. They were just talking like niggas, like homies and shit, like G's. That's how they were speaking of, man. Like, it was nothing, though. You know what I mean? That's why GMS has the full doctrine, man. 100%, man. You're gonna go fuck around, go listen to someone else and shit, though. They're gonna that's your own destruction right there, man. See, because in 16 says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they led of them are destroyed." Yeah. Keep following these people like this, man. Sakari, you're gonna get destroyed, man. You gotta open up your eyes, man, because these guys are real. Like I said before, a long time ago, when I barely started making videos, Sakari are really, really worldly, you know what I mean? They're earthly. You know what I mean though? So let me it's that, brings me to this other precept right here. First book Corinthians 15 and 49. It says, and we have borne the image of the earthly, and we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. So you see what I'm saying? They're the earthly, we are the heavenly, you know what I mean? Because that's the thing, man. It says 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. So you gotta come with the 100%. You can't go 50 half step, lukewarm. Can't do none of that shit, man. See what I'm saying? It says that flesh and blood cannot inherit. So these bodies not gonna be able to inherit the kingdom of the Most High. You know what I mean? And it says neither doth corruption inherit incorruption, though. You know what I mean? What does it say about the fruit? Good fruit. Good fruit will produce a good tree. Acts like a good tree will produce good fruit, and a corrupt tree will produce corrupt fruit. You see what I'm saying though? So ain't no between though. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. 49, as we born the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. So we're the heavenly, man. They're the earthly. And that's just the way it is. You know what I mean though? You can't be 50-50 with this though. You know, it's like it reminds me of the Egyptians though, man. When they get mummified, they wanted to get buried with their gold treasures and things like that. The matter, you know. And those guys are reminding me of the Egyptians, that the pharaohs that will do that though. They wanted to get buried with their fucking with the what's that shit called? Yeah, with their gold or treasure and things like that. You know what I mean though. So these guys, man, these guys are really, really worldly though, man. So let me get a Ecclesiasticus 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. So, a judge instruct a wise. So this guy wasn't wise when he called himself a thug with a scholar. 10:44. Yeah, this guy wasn't wise when he called himself a thug with a scholar, though. You know what I mean? And it says, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered, which prudent means careful. Him saying that he was a thug, though, like I said, going back, is going to influence his followers to want to be thugs, though. You know what I mean? I want to be a nigga, though, but I want to praise Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because they do say that. They praise Yahweh, you know what I mean? But they're going to be saying, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be a thug, kind of, you know what I'm saying? I want to be a thug, but I want to praise Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and shit. That shit don't mix, though, you know what I mean? I wasn't careful. That wasn't prudent, though. That wasn't well ordered, though. That wasn't government right. You see? So that was the instructions that he put out there, as in him calling himself a fucking thug with a scholar, though. That's him going off, though, man. It's gonna make his people. He is the tell, though. He is the tell from Isaiah. You know what I mean? Because he is a thug, though. He ain't lying about that. That's for sure, though. But to be a scholar, which means a student, though, we trying to be a student of the Most High, but be a thug, though? Man, let me get a precept real quick, though. 10 and 21, I believe so. Yep. This is the first book, Corinthians 10 and 21. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of the devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. You see? You know what I mean? You can't mix oil with water. You do that shit. I believe the oil, yeah, you can't mix oil with water. They separate. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, man. These guys, man, they go off, man, by saying shit like that, man, because there's people. They got a lot of followers, man. They got a lot of people that watch them too. You know what I mean? But it's just, I mean, they got channels. But see, the thing about Sakari is they got San Diego, they got San Francisco, they got New York, New Jersey. But they go based on state, on city, Slakia. Yeah, they go based on city, though. They got a channel for each city they're at. But us brothers from GMS, man, that follow the doctrine of GMS, you see a camp that prays, GMS, though, at least each brother in that camp though has their own channel though and does the work though. Well, it has to be instructive. Well, that's what Apostle Heart instructs us to do, so to make a video a day. You know what I mean? Because if you ain't doing that, then you got do what you have to do though. You know what I mean? Try your best to your ability though. We're still in Esau's kingdom though, but we try to do anything we can though to make those damn videos every day. Especially me. I got no excuse right now. I definitely got no excuse around not to make videos because I got all the time. You know what I mean? So right now I'm just trying to get edified more as much as I can, because, well, hopefully something comes up as in like, could work or something, you know what I mean? But other than that, I'm good though. It's just more of a keep myself busy type of situation though. But, don't see it as a situation. It is what it is. But, at least I'm doing good, man. Bills are paid and the health is good, my health is good. So I get this last precept right here. Romans 8:7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So it says, because the carnal mind is an enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law. See, neither indeed can be. So you having a carnal mind, having these carnal thoughts, though, the Most High hates that shit. It's not subjective for you to. It's not. So he said, we're a thug with the scholar, though. That was him saying a thug was a carnal thing, though. Being a thug is definitely breaking the law. Is breaking laws of Yahweh. You calling yourself a thug, you're breaking the laws of Yahweh for sure. You're acting now as a thug. Oh, you definitely are, man. You're transgressing, though. You're definitely transgressing, though. You're breaking the law. Definitely, though. You see? So this guy, when he said that, was a carnal thing, though. So, like I said, man, don't call yourself thugs, gangsters, mafiosos, players, pimps. Don't call yourself that, man, because if you call yourself that, that's not right, man. You know what I mean? It's like someone call you the B word. You wouldn't want someone to call you that, though. You know what I mean? So don't call yourself something that you're not, because if you're call yourself a Israelite, man, you gotta be holy though. You can't be unholy, because being yourself a thug and being a gangster is the opposite of being holy, you see? So with that, hopefully this video was edifying. Until the next one, I say, Shalom.